Hey guys, it's Leanne.
It's Lena. So for this video, we wanted to talk about our journey post coming out of the cult and how we entered our healing journey and came out on the other side, because we know in the first video, it was just sharing our experience and everything that took place. But with such an intense experience like that, we definitely want to be able to be transparent and real about how we were able to heal from that. So this is just us sharing our journey to healing.
So after some time of just going through what we went through and realizing what we were in wasn't right, we finally mustered up the courage to confront the leader, let him know that we were leaving. I just remember on our way home, it was just like a ton of emotions overwhelming me, because I was reflecting on everything that we went through and really feeling a lot of heaviness and shame, because we originally intended to go for the purposes of social justice, and it ended up being the complete opposite of what we were going for. I was just really wrestling and just really feeling a lot of disappointment. And I remember as I was driving on the way home with my sister, there was this gigantic double rainbow in the sky. And it was one of the brightest and biggest rainbows we had ever seen. And right then and there, I just knew it was just God, like, speaking to us and just comforting us after the fact that He was, number one, congratulating us for making the escape. But also how He spoke to me was, even though it didn't end up being what you thought it was, you still went in with the right intentions and the right heart. And He was proud regardless. And He was just proud of us that we were finally taking a stand and no longer putting up with what we were in.
So when we finally came back to reality, it was several months where I was just so lost and confused, and I was just trying to wrap my head around what we just went through and why we went through that, because it just felt like such a lost cause, and that I wasted so much of my time and energy and so many of my other resources doing all this for nothing. And I just felt really defeated. I was just really questioning why we had to go through so much trauma. I lost a lot of trust in people and was really guarded for a long time. And it was hard to be myself, and none of my thoughts were coherent, and I couldn't make sense of a lot of things. It was just really a dark season for us. And what really helped us in this time of confusion was getting connected to people of faith. And that's what really pushed us to actually buy a Bible, because before this, we never owned one. And when we actually started reading the Word, that brought us a lot of clarity and revelation, because it talked about cults and deception. And that's what really accelerated our healing process.
Just to have something that made us feel seen in what we experienced, because I don't think it's every day that people go through cults. So just to be able to read something where it made sense of what we went through and actually put language to our experience, that just really unlocked a whole nother level of healing that would have never been unlocked if we never opened the Bible.
After actually going to the Word, that's what brought me a lot of clarity and helped me to heal my mind from all of the manipulation that we went through.
And it really made us realize that the spiritual world is a lot realer than we ever thought, because there was no other thing to explain a type of experience like that. And it really made us understand spiritual warfare and how we really need to be able to guard our hearts whenever we get involved in anything, because whenever you let your heart lead you, that's when you're kind of be led astray. Us taking that journey of just getting more rooted in the Word made us realize all the various things that we opened ourselves up to, because we were really in a place where we were searching for our identity. And because we lacked a sense of identity, we were just super open to everything, trying to search and find where our identity is and where our meaning and purpose was. And so this has just made us a lot more sharp in being able to discern, and just a lot more rooted in the identity that God has given us.
Yeah, it's definitely all God, because I would not be in my right mind today.
And that's one of the main reasons why I really go so hard for my faith and cling so tightly to it, because it was only him that brought me through something like that. And because of that, it has just made my faith more alive and made our faith more alive.
Yeah, definitely couldn't have made it without him. And
the way we talk about our experiences definitely doesn't even begin to capture the heaviness of what we've been through and the trauma. I just am grateful that we can continue to speak about it, and our goal is really just to be a voice for those who are still struggling, to put language to it and be able to talk about it, because I know there's a lot of people from our group that still wrestle and still try to bury this part of their story. But I've just been seeing how much freedom it actually brings when we are able to speak about our testimony and our story, because it definitely was not for no reason. Like, we all went through this for a purpose, and that very purpose is still unraveling. But we just want to be a source of hope for those who've ever gone through anything like this, to let you know that you're not alone, and we see you and we hear you, and we want you to know that this is not a place of judgment and that you won't be written off here, but we are here to just hear you out and understand you. So that's always our heart, to just be a voice for the voiceless, and also give voice to those who need to speak out and be seen and be heard, because what I've seen and personally experienced is a lot of people who never gone through this will kind of belittle it or shame it, and this is not anything to belittle or shame at all. So if you've never gone through anything like this, I would just ask you just to kindly keep your opinions to yourself and just simply be support to people who have gone through this stuff.
And these are not sad tears. I'm just really grateful that God really brought us out, because it was a lot. And to this day, I'm still trying to process a lot of it. And I'm just grateful that we are in a state that we can actually have peace and joy now. So we're taking back our joy and everything that we lost from that experience. And I'm just grateful that we found some source to bring us that healing, because without finding that, we wouldn't be in our right mind, like we said.
And we just want to be able to share that source with others too, because we've literally tried every other source, and it never brought us the peace that we have received from building a relationship with God. So we just hope that this video will just reach whoever this video needs to reach, and know that we're here, we see you, we love you, and we will just continue to use our testimony to just encourage and bring others healing. So we appreciate you all, and we'll see you next time.